Hi Libra, I hope you guys are doing great today. So welcome to your general messages for the 16th to the 22nd of September. We're going to be doing a very layered reading today, right? Because I just feel like this is a really important month. So I just wanted to give you guys as many messages as I can, so it's going to be a little bit of a longer reading. So we're going to start with a yes/no spread. With clarifiers, and we're going to sweep that. I'm going to do a layered Celtic cross spread, which is a single spread with qualifiers laid over it, and interpret them like that. Sweep that, do a Lenormand spread, and then a love only reading at the end. I'm not going to be time stamping, as I'm really sorry. That does take a lot of extra time, and my time is actually really limited right now. Many of you know I'm a professor. I'm back at school and really busy with my classes. We're all online. I miss my students, but that's the way it is right now in this weird world we're living in. Two things I wanted to mention about what's going on in the sky this week. A lot of you guys know on the 17th we have the new moon in Virgo. It's going to be trining Saturn. So this is a practical Virgo with slow and steady Saturn. That's a nice combination to do some really good reflecting, realization, epiphanies happening here. But it is going to be in tension with Mars retrograde. So what does this mean? What does that even mean? Mars retrograde there's a lot of anxiety surrounding what this means, because it's a warrior planet, it rules weapons and all of this stuff. Okay, yes, but what it does is Mars actually slows down. It doesn't go backwards, it doesn't stop, it slows down and really asks us to go within. And Mars is always about what's ultimately the best thing for us, what it is that we're really meant to be involved in, that relationship, that job, that family connection, that friendship, what ultimately is the right thing for our path. And Mars has us questioning this. Now, Mars going retrograde says, okay, listen, I'm going to allow you to go within, and I'm going to allow you to evaluate and assess all of these things that are going on in your life right now. And I need for you to gain some clarity in areas that need to be either changed, adjusted, dropped off, whatever you need to do. But there's this idea that something in your life needs addressing. There needs to be a fresh path, a new perspective in this area. And Mars wants us to do it for ourselves first, right? So we're going to be very introspective in this, but what's going to end up inciting in us is this feeling that all the cards are on the table. Everything is laid out in front of us. Our options, our desires, right? All of these things. And we're going to be feeling closer to what it is that we really want, more than we have been, right? Because of all these heavy retrogrades, and being really honest about the reality of what we really want, and being honest if it's ultimately good for us or not, right? And like what's real and what's viable, right? And worth saving. And we need to really understand this. Now, at the same time, we do have optimistic Jupiter is going to be in harmony with Neptune, making us feel very idealistic, very dreamy. And Mercury in Libra is going to be creating this frustration in communication. If it's not communication, it's going to be a sense of frustration in figuring out what it is that we need to know exactly in order to make a situation work. So that's where the frustration is. Now, on the 22nd, we do have the Sun entering you guys, entering Libra, joining Mercury in there. I really like this energy. I mean, who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love Libra? I mean, I have my Mars in Libra, so which I really like, because even when I argue, I'm always fair, right? It's just kind of like how I'm made. You try to be very fair, look at all of the sides of a situation. It's not always easy, but I think it's a little easier for somebody who has their Mars in Libra than it is for somebody who doesn't. But communication is definitely going to be more clear. Now, depending on what's going on in your particular life and what else is aspecting your chart, it's going to mean something different for each of you. But there is going to be this this ability to at least be more communicative, good, bad, or indifferent. So let's get into the question. Okay, so let's try to formulate a question in your mind. Say it out loud if you can. If you can't, no big deal. But it's one question. The same question, ask it 3 times in a full sentence format, okay? And I'm going to pull 3 cards to come up with one solid answer. Okay, so ask the question, looking at the cards. Temperance just wanted to pop out. Let me knock it. Card number 1. The answer is yes. Card number 2. 9 of Swords is a no. Card number 3. We don't read reversals with the yes, no. Queen of Wands, this is the second yes. So the answer is most likely yes, just not yet. Something needs to be addressed, worked on, acknowledged. But let's see what we have qualifying. The Prince of Coins is the King of Coins and the 5 of Coins. I'm not doing these in reverse, guys. The rest of them I'm going to do in reverse. These I don't do in reverse. Okay, 9 of Coins and okay, so I really kind of treat this reading more as like an oracle reading, and I never read oracles in reverse. Okay, so we have, well, let's talk about the Princess of Coins first. So the Princess of Coins is, there's a new cycle here. Okay, so this is a new cycle having to do with, could have to do with money. This could be a new job. This could be, maybe you got a raise or some sort of new money news, something coming in having to do with money. If this has to do with relationship, coins indicates a mental, physical, or emotional connection if it doesn't represent money. So this can indicate meeting somebody new at work, this can indicate somebody who's new at a job and new in a position, just kind of trying to like find their legs in a new position. You might be meeting somebody new who's just getting started in their career. Then we have the King of Coins. The King of Coins is another pentacle energy, very solid, practical leader, very wise investor. So this could be you as being a very wise investor. Were you dealing with somebody who's a very wise investor if it has to do with money? If it has to do with a relationship, this is somebody who understands what's necessary to make a connection work. Understands communication, understands what healthy intimacy is, kind of understands the big picture of all of those important things. Look at all these coin energies that we have for this one. So, and then we have the 5 of Coins. So 5 of Coins is a little different. Here it's like this lack mentality. You might be struggling with a lack mentality. Some of you may be struggling with not feeling very well these days. Maybe, you know, maybe your health is not the best right now. You're feeling ill. Now this could also indicate like anxiety, depression, anything like that, worry, feeling isolated. But all of that could be surrounding this idea of some sort of financial loss. Now the 5 of Coins can also indicate, again, it's a very mental energy. But a lot of times I associate this with as being like dealing with the psychological death, like a type of bereavement. For example, let's say if you were married and the marriage ended and your lifestyle has had to change because of for financial reasons, where not only are you in the space of missing the person, but you're also sort of grieving the life that you used to have. So a lot of, some of you are going to be understanding it like that. But what I feel like though is you were in this space of feeling this sense of lack, but then you got this new job or feeling like in the sense of lack, like you really needed money, but then something new happening. So maybe you were really flipping out about money, but then you opened your business and you're realizing things were going really well, or somebody came along and fronted you some money that you needed, who was a wise investor. Somebody came in to help you out. If this has to do with a relationship where you're feeling very sort of disconnected, this can indicate you meeting somebody new, sort of pulling you out of that. So it's very much a moving forward energy, which I do like. But now let's look at the challenge here. We have the 9 of Swords, a 3 a.m. card, right? 3 a.m. this is all about anxiety. This is Mars and Gemini energy. And whenever we have this, it's all about anxiety, grief. A lot of you might be struggling with nightmares even, dealing with some depression, ruminating thoughts, but worried. And what are you worried about? Mars and Gemini. What is Mars and Gemini worried about? Gemini is the thoughts. Mars comes in and is like, where do you belong, Libra? What is the right thing for you? Do you actually belong in this relationship, in this marriage? Do you belong in this job? Is this the right thing for you? Because remember, Mars rules Aries, and Aries is all about a fresh perspective and a new path, and really focusing on like seriously living your life according to your true path and your true calling. And no one calls us out quicker than Mars when we're on the wrong path. It's like, oh, come on now. No, it's come this way kind of thing. Now we have a Three of Swords energy. So the Three of Swords, this can indicate heartbreak. This can indicate divorce, loss, depression. Now I do want to say, for some of you, this can also indicate surgery. And I'm only saying that because I am getting here that somebody's health might not, so somebody might be recovering from something here, which it looks like you're going to recover. It's just going to take a while. But the Three of Swords, yeah. So the Three of Swords, it's all of that, but really it's the card of pain. I always call it the card of pain because it's Saturn in Libra, and there are so many ways that we could experience pain in a connection. Now, because it's Saturn in Libra, Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus rules money as well as love. So this could be some sort of betrayal regarding money, some sort of pain regarding money. Could have to do with inheritance, money that you thought you were going to make, money you thought that was going to come in, but things not going the way that you had planned. This could have to do with somebody being irresponsible with money, or somebody throwing you under the bus, having to do with a friend or a family situation. There are many ways that we can betray somebody that we're with outside of there being a third party. It can be a third party, but that's not the only interpretation of it. But regardless, whatever this pain was really has you questioning, what am I doing? What am I doing? And I like the King of Swords energy here for you, I do have to say, because this is about just being a very intentional leader of your life, very strategic, very thoughtful, not allowing your emotions to wash over you, and just staying very much in that air energy that you guys are, and just really focusing on what makes sense for you. And really focusing on that. Focusing on keeping it real, staying within the realm of reality, not allowing the past, the emotions, the heart, all of that to get in the way of anything, because it looks like something needs to be changed here. Something needs to be addressed that's creating a lot of anxiety. Somebody hurt you, there's been pain, this could be over time, this could be something new, but I feel like a point was reached, right? Where it's like something happened. Either you reached your limit, or you found out somebody was doing something. And the thing with the Three of Swords is light is shown on it, so that it's like, it's validating. So for those of you who are suspecting that your partner was cheating on you, or suspecting that that business partner was siphoning money away, or something was smelling funny, right, about a certain situation, this with the Three of Swords, the lights get flashed on and there's validation in what it was that you were feeling. And we have the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is, yeah, I mean, look, this is a very confident, very self-assured, feeling very feisty, very passionate, very excited to move forward in something. So this is like, Libra, I feel like no matter what's going on in your life, you're very focused on one particular area where you're like, damn it, I'm doing that anyway, and I'm going after it. Now, that could be the general energetic influence, but this could also be somebody that you're meeting, and gender is not specific here. So this can indicate somebody that you're meeting who's really confident, who's very self-assured, very attractive, very, very attracted to this person. And then we have the Nine of Coins. Yeah, I like the Nine of Coins energy with the Princess of Wands. Right? Yeah, the Princess of Wands. So again, this Princess of Wands, this is like a new project, some sort of new creative idea. When we have the Prince, it's the Prince and the Page are the same thing. So it's like this new cycle. And Wands are well in creativity and passion and drive. And you're feeling very confident. And then we have the Nine of Coins energy here. So the Nine of Coins is about financial gain, being very self-sufficient, solo pleasures as well. Doing things on your own and being really happy about doing it. So this is a really nice kind of like autonomous trio here. I really like it because it's very healthy. I see you as having a really healthy perspective, a healthy mindset, feeling very self-assured, confident, pushing forward, money going well. That's that ending up going well for you. I do see that. And again, with the Princess of Wands, now for some of you as well, this could be... you know what? I have to tell you, I'm overwhelmingly getting it for career. I'm not even getting this particular section for relationship right now. So I feel like whatever you're doing as far as your career, keep going. Keep doing it. Whatever it is. whatever it is that you're studying, whatever little side hustle you have going on, whatever it is, it's good. There's a good thing going on here. Definitely a good thing. I feel like the only thing that needs to be addressed really is this, and not only, but is this pain here. What is this pain from? Right, dealing with this pain. So this could have to do with an intimate connection, a family situation, a friend situation, anything like that. But you feeling good about your, how do I want to say it, like your role in whatever has gone on. You do not feel like you behaved badly, which is a good thing. You're feeling good about what you did, although you're feeling kind of hurt about something. All right, so let's get into the Celtic Cross. We're going to start with Crystal Visions for the first layer, and then we're going to do the Light Seers Tarot for the one on top. Okay, we have Justice. We got you. We got you in the current situation. Love that. Very strong energy I always feel like when we get the sign. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, 8 of Wands. Very good. Best to be achieved. 3 of Swords. We're going to clarify that. This is the past. 7 of Swords. Devil. Well, don't be scared by the reversals, guys, please. A lot of times the reversals are more positive than the upright. You have to understand that. And it gives whatever message needs to come out. Whatever message needs to come out comes out. Those of you who are tarot readers know, well, you should know, you're not supposed to manipulate your cards. Okay, so however they come out of the box and you start shuffling them, you let the energies take over from there. So it's very interesting how they'll flip without you even doing anything, just by shuffling. It's however it's meant to go. The only exception to any of that, by the way, for those of you just learning tarot, oracles, a totally different system. It's a different way of approaching, so just keep that in mind. Okay, we have the Strength energy. Very nice, which goes with the current situation. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse for what's crossing. We have the 3 of Cups. That's clarifying the 3 of Swords. So there's some healing going on there. We have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. It's the foundation. 7 of Swords is clarified by the 9 of Cups in the reverse. The near future. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, I like that. 3 of Pentacles is clarifying you right now. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse is clarifying the sword energy there as far as your external environment. Okay, Page of Wands. All right. So let's get right into this. So we're going to start with the current situation right now. We have the Strength card, which is a Leo energy, and we have Justice. So good. I mean, again, you guys are the 7th house. You guys are the landlord of the 7th house of partnerships. So you guys are ruled by Venus. So it's about, if this has to do with money, are you being paid equitably for what you're doing? If this has to do with relationship, how do you feel in this relationship? Are you being valued? Are you able to value the person? Are you valuing the person the way? Remember, these energies could always be vice versa. So whatever I'm saying about you, it could be the other way around, however it's going. But Justice energy has to do with that, right? What are the scales looking like in this connection? And then we have the Strength card. So the Strength is a Leo energy. It has to do with the 5th house. It has to do with love affairs, romance, entrepreneurial efforts. Leo is also rules our children, things that we create, the way we connect with our partner on a Monday through Sunday basis, that kind of thing, way we communicate and connect. Also has to do with things that we just really love to do, our hobbies and so forth. So we're looking at all of this within this energy. So Justice energy, obviously, this could have to do not only with the 7th house is not only just relationship, right? Boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing. That's more 5th house energy, which would be Leo. 7th house is more marriage kind of thing, but it doesn't only have to be that. It's anybody that you have a shared soul purpose with. So we can even have this partnership energy with family members and friends where we have a shared soul purpose. Obviously a marital partner, but also obviously a business partner, somebody that we're in business with. So there's this element about being creative here, really trying to find an equitable situation within, does everybody like how they feel? Is everything being handled fairly? All of that. Now this is being crossed by, we have the Eight of Wands. Let's see, how did this go? Okay, so this was the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands was upright and the Queen of Pentacles was reversed. So yeah, the Eight of Wands is a great energy. I mean, this is great. This is about speed, action, quick changes, news coming in that's going to incite some sort of movement. So it could be snail mail, text message, email, phone call, whatever it is, but it's good news. And it's good news that's going to incite change in your everyday or in the way that your life is working right now. Right? Very, very positive, because this all goes towards a very strong foundation. But let's see what it's working with. It's working with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So this indicates somebody who's like a greedy person, somebody who's very envious, somebody who's very financially dependent. So there might be a situation where news comes in, somebody says that they really want to have this relationship with you. They really want to create this business with you, whatever it is. But then you're realizing like you're dealing with somebody who actually under it all is rather greedy and in some ways actually rather envious of you and very is looking to be dependent financially on a person or a situation, perhaps you. So it could be that you could be that, or somebody could be that towards you. But there is this greedy person, this envious person, right? That is connected with the Eight of Wands energy, which has to do with the strong foundation. So if this energy is an issue right now, I would say that when you sit down in that Justice energy with the Strength, you have that conversation, you're going to find that somebody is actually not very balanced in the scales. They don't want to give as much as they receive, or they expect a lot as far as what's necessary for there to be a firm foundation. They expect more from one side than the other. There could be this kind of situation, or at least this kind of argument. Now, the best to be achieved from the best outcome here is the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups. Okay, so we have, both are upright. So we have the Three of Swords here is about heartbreak, divorce, loss, separation. Three of Swords is also an energy of surgery if it has nothing to do with any of this. Some of you may be in a space that you're not feeling well and you need to get surgery, but then you're going to be doing some good healing because we have the Three of Cups. So this is being very supported. This is friendship, celebratory vibe that something has gone well. So that's going to resonate with some of you. Others of you, this could indicate, you might be going through a divorce or a separation in a relationship or some sort of family situation, but you're going to feel very supported by somebody close to you, friendship, right? Really feeling very supported. So maybe there's an issue going on in your family, or there's an issue going on with work and your partner is really there for you, or there's an issue within, because again, the Three of Swords is the card of pain. It's not always third party. Please know that it's not. That's only one interpretation. We have to look at everything, right? Because it's a Saturn and Libra energy, Saturn and you guys. So it's a challenge in this partnership. So there's a challenge with a family member, with a close friend, with a business partner, with a marriage partner. There's some sort of pain, there's some sort of betrayal that's gone on, but you're going to feel very supported in dealing with whatever this is. And then we have as the foundation, we have the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So the Page of Pentacles in the reverse is indicating that there is some sort of like a problem with, how do I want to say this? So some of you, if you are, because I'm being called to the school element first. So some of you, if you have children, you might be dealing with, one of your children might be creating a lot of fuss or a lot of challenges or a lot of trouble in school. If you're a younger person in school, like, high school, college, you might be in a space, although high schools usually don't watch me, but, like if you're in college, or even if you're new in something, this could indicate, issues going on with the school. There might be some sort of situation going on with the school that's very frustrating for you, having to do with your major, having to do with something like that. If this has to do with a new job, you having trouble with management, you be having trouble with your employers, your co-workers, the work environment, something like that. But there being this issue with moving forward in this new space, because Page is new. Page is a new cycle. Pentacle obviously has to do with money, so it could mean like maybe the money isn't coming in as quickly, or you have people working with you who are troublesome, who are jealous, who are envious. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and that this here is like working your bananas off here, right? I mean, this is like work like a workaholic energy. But again, this is also more like jealousy, right? And envy and it's like this financial setback here. So I feel like you may be dealing with a situation where if you're starting a business, maybe it's not going to go so great straight out of the gate, or you've made some sort of arrangement having to do with finances and it's not ideal for you. So you're having some trouble accepting things like that. This could have to do with you starting a new job and you just having this sort of struggle in there, having to do with relationship. This could indicate the person that you're dealing with is very immature, having to do with money. Just super, and you're in the space where it's like all you're doing is working to try to get ahead of everything. But they're indicative of some financial setbacks, but could also be emotional setbacks, where if you're dealing with somebody who's very immature, there can be this emotional setback within the connection. Now, in the recent past, we have the Nine of Cups reversed and the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, this is Moon in Aquarius. I always call this the mask energy, So like the Moon is I feel, and Aquarius is different than what I'm showing you, right? But the Seven of Swords energy can also be indicative of betrayal and dishonesty. And it could be theft, somebody not being very responsible with your money or siphoning money away, something like that. But can also, Seven of Swords is also a running away energy. So if any of you guys were like ghosted or anything like that, definitely indicative here. We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. The Nine of Cups is just about like wish fulfillment and all this fabulous, but here it's indicative of greed and laziness, right? And looking for a quick result in something, quick result. Could even indicate weight gain here, right? But so I see Seven of Swords is also the need to play somebody at their own game. If you know somebody's like playing you or manipulating you, playing them at their own game just to deal with a situation. Not for any malice on your end, but just like you got to, if somebody is trying to play you, having to do with money, having to do with, if you guys are getting divorced or you're splitting up or something, you having to play them at their own game. This could definitely have to do with like an employer or an employee or a colleague. But to have this here, this is greed. There's greed here. There's greed here, and I don't like the vibe here having to do with money. But it could also be somebody who's just super, super lazy in the relationship. Super lazy in the relationship, and they want what they want, and they know when they want it, and they don't want to put the work in, right? There again, there is this element of laziness there when it comes to that. I'm not saying it's you at all. I mean, this could just be the energy that you're dealing with, or, having to do with some sort of situation in your life. Now, you and only you, we have the Three of Pentacles and we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. So the Three of Pentacles, this, I am vibing this, right? Because this is a Mars and Capricorn. I feel like a lot of Libras are focused on like improving their career, getting going in that way, right? Mars and Capricorn. Mars is that warrior planet in Capricorn, which is the landlord of the 10th house of career. This is all about building, right? It's building, it's teamwork, it's collaboration, it's quality, it's showing off your craft, your skill set, right? And then taking that and using that to build, right? To really build your life. Creating like a foundation, a blueprint for where you see yourself going. Now, it is working with the Four of Pentacle energy, which indicates not having a lot of money and feeling really vulnerable. This is like a poverty mindset, feeling really vulnerable, fearing bankruptcy. Four of Pentacles could be like a bankruptcy kind of thing. Needing to file for bankruptcy, or fearing that anyway, because again, it is this mindset, this very definitive poverty mindset, and feeling very, very vulnerable, wanting very much to build, wanting very much to have this very positive outcome, but feeling this level of vulnerability regarding money. Okay, now the energy that's surrounding you in your environment, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So the Six of Pentacles in reverse does indicate debt. So there's money stuff going on here for you right now, Libra, I sense, right? This is debt. This is like a one-sided charity kind of thing, selfishness, struggling with money. Please don't take offense to that. This is what I'm seeing as your environment that you're dealing with. So this may not be you, certainly, right? This can be certainly somebody, this is like somebody that you're dealing with, right? Where somebody is kind of draining you, or there's this external situation that you feel like is draining you, right? Having to do with this debt, but there's definitely like this selfishness here, and a struggle. And then we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So the Ten of Swords in the reverse, this is a new start, and this is recovery, and this is forgiveness, and this is moving on. So I like this with the Six of Pentacles, I have to tell you. And again, the reversals sometimes are way more positive, right? In the upright, not so good. But in the reverse, yeah, it's definitely more positive here, because we have this idea of a new start. So if you owed a lot of money, doing what you have to do. If you have to claim bankruptcy, if you have to work out some sort of arrangements, whatever it is, but this is indicative of a new start. If this has to do with somebody just really kind of draining your money, feeling like you're not going to be able to build with them, yeah, that you ending up, you're recovering from all of that. Wherever the lack is, there's going to be recovery here. Now we have in your fear, your hope and fear position, we have the King of Wands in the reverse and the King of Pentacles in the upright. So let's talk about the King of Pentacles in the upright. This is a solid and practical leader, wise investor. So that could be somebody that could be you, or this could be somebody that you've met. And again, because this is in your hope and your fear, maybe you're hoping to meet somebody who will invest, who will give you money that you need. You know, you're hoping for this. And then it's working with the King of Wands in reverse. So the King of Wands in reverse can be a bully, right? Really, and somebody who's feeling like rather weak right now, though, but wanting to manipulate a situation. So we have this kind of energy, this hope and fear, which I think is interesting, because I feel like when we have the King, one upright and one reverse, and we have them together, this does indicate like rivalry. So they're being like, so Libra, like you could be the King of Pentacles, or you might be dealing with the King of Pentacles. You might be the King of Wands reverse. You might be dealing with the King of Wands reverse, where it's this energy of, how can I mean, I want to say it's a bully. It definitely is a bully. Now, for some of you, you may also be fearing, kind of off track here, but totally related. If you're here with relationship, there might be some issues with sex in the relationship, because the King of Wands reverse can indicate sexual problems or weakness, or not yet ready for whatever level of commitment is necessary, having to do with relationship, having to do with finances, having to do with whatever it is that you're engaged in right now, just not feeling really ready. So if it's not you, you might be dealing with somebody who is having these issues, right? But we do have this King of Pentacles here, right? And it's, again, you know, this is all about, you know, solid, practical leader, investor, wise, all that stuff, right? Or somebody who understands what's necessary in commitment. It's like one of you know what's going on and the other one doesn't. So that's your hope and that's your fear at the same time. Is the realization, like, you know, you hope to meet this person. You're fearing that this person's going to end up being a bully. It's like two things being true at once, right? Which is typically what goes on with our hopes and fears at the same time. And then we have the outcome. We have the Three of Wands in the upright, and we have the Page of Wands. So the Three of Wands in the upright is a great energy. It really is. It's Sun in Aries. This is like a new path, a new perspective. This is awesome. It's teamwork. It's commerce. It's expansion. It can indicate travel, being called forth for your talent, skills, and abilities. This is a new path. This is a new horizon for you, Libra. Honestly, like, the page is turning in your life. So I really do like it. And I like, considering the cards we got here, I do like that this does offer a new path to financial success, which is really good. And then we have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands here is a new project, some sort of new creative element that you're involved in. But this is a new, again, it's a new day. It's a new cycle for you. So the Page of Wands could also indicate a new connection, a new relationship. And that new relationship incites you moving forward on a path with them. But there's newness here, which I really like. Totally positive. It's totally positive. And then in the near future, we have the Eight of Pentacles with the Devil energy. So the Devil energy, we know, is all about imbalance. So it's either you or a person that you're dealing with where there's imbalance to the point where it's impacting the connection or the relationship, whether it's alcohol, drugs, irresponsible with money, irresponsible with any sort of general irresponsibility. But it can also be anxiety and depression gone unchecked, untreated, lust, greed, anything like that. Addicted to gambling, any sort of eating disorder, or anything can fall within the Devil energy because it's about being shackled, right? The Devil really is all about that. It's about being shackled to the point of it being an issue. So it could be addiction, greed, envy, materialism, obsession, anything like that. But it's working with the Eight of Pentacles. So when we have the Eight of Pentacles, we have to look at, okay, what's going on here? You're mastering your craft. You're enjoying your employment. So I like this for you as far as money. So it's because I see you guys going on a new path, having to do with money, having to do with career, and being really, really happy about it. But getting in touch with wherever the Devil energy is, wherever the imbalance is. So maybe this is, having to deal with this past debt, having to deal with this person who is unfaithful, having to deal with this person who has these addiction issues. It's like you're focused on your money, but you also have this side story going on at the same time in your life, needing to address both of these at once. And I don't always get that. I do try to separate the energies out, but keeping it real. How often is anything, there's always a bleed over, right? Resources into relationship and so forth. So that's what I see for this. Lots of messages in this one, I feel like, Libra. So let's pull these, and then we'll see what the Lenormand have to say, and then we'll do the love oracles at the end. We got the Sun to start. That's nice. So remember, Lenormand is different than regular tarot. So we pull all the cards, we get the magnifying glass, and we come out with one cohesive message. We have the Mountain. So something. Okay, we have the Anchor. Usually I leave it there, but I feel like I need to pull more. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it was kind of vibing that. Isn't that interesting? All right, so you need to look at something a lot more closely. We have the magnifying glass and we have the mountains. This indicates some obstacles. So look at some obstacles that are getting in the way of you feeling very firmly grounded right now in whatever it is that you're here about. That relationship, that job, whatever it is. Now, the female can indicate you, Libra, if you are a female. It could indicate any prominent female in your life, whether you're a man or a woman. But this version of the woman is very patient and being very careful. Looking at, now the sun is saying, you can have the sun here. And the Sun is about illumination and success, material wealth, emotional wealth, all of that. But there's something that you need to look at. You need to be very honest about what is getting in your way from you being able to be happy. Is it the relationship? Is it the job? What is it? You need to be very, very honest about it, because whatever it is, that energy is very duplicitous. We have the snake energy here, and the snake does indicate somebody who speaks out of both sides of their mouth. Like, honestly, this is really what I mean. I'm not kidding. I will never do A, B, and C again, or whatever, that could be you, right? Or this could be an energy that you're dealing with, but it definitely, look what it's focusing on, right? We always, in Lenormand, we look at directions. And it's looking at the polar bear, and the polar bear does represent your resources, and it's what you need to actually maintain life. It has to do with sustenance. It has to do with the food that you put in your mouth. It has to do with the money that you pay your bills with. What do you have? So there could be somebody is very duplicitous, like, you know, in like the pragmatic, like day-to-day functioning of money is an issue here. So you need to ask yourself, like, are you dealing with an irresponsible business partner? Are you irresponsible when it comes to the money that you have coming in on a day-to-day? Are you allocating it the way that you're supposed to? Is the person that you're with involved with, are they doing that? Or, you know, anything that you need. There's somebody is being very duplicitous about what it is that you actually need to survive. But what's interesting is, look, she's focused here on the issues, trying to analyze, what do I need to stay grounded? What do I need to be very firmly footed? What situations? This is problem solving. And look, right over your shoulder, the other direction, not even seeing how this person is being very duplicitous with things that you need for your life. So, yes, I'm sorry, I have to pull. Okay, good, because we have this would be pointing at this. See, resources are point. So there's something very predestined here, very predetermined. You're going to be getting a message through either someone really wise who loves you, who's an elder, or a message from the other side. But this is a very deliberate, profound, wise message that's coming in, that's going to be giving you a message about somebody who's either siphoning money away from you, or the need to look at something that's gnawing at you, that's just eating away. You're being pushed to look at a problem within this relationship, within this job, because there's definitely some sort of unhealthy connection, and it's going to come in. You're going to be getting some sort of message that's coming in, and it's going to incite, yes, it's going to incite a new cycle for you. And networking is going to be very important for you as well. So I feel like you might be getting some sort of message. Yeah, and it's all about the truth. Let what you write be true. But it's not going to happen right away. The seeds of something are being planted right now. Because when we have the letter, this version of the letter, it indicates some information coming in rather slowly. And we have the park. The park has to do with networking. It has to do with social media. It has to do with communicating with outside people. So you may end up realizing this message that's being brought to you by someone that's very profound, that's going to highlight some sort of issue that's been eating away at you. But understand that whatever it is that you're going to be looking at, everything is happening in divine timing, and everything is happening in a very necessary way. So be careful, Libra. I'm not an alarmist. Excuse me. You know I'm not an alarmist. I'm not. But you want to make sure that while you're focusing on any like day-to-day issues that you need to look at closely, that you are aware that something in your energy field may be rather duplicitous right now, and you want to watch out for that. You want to watch out and understand you might be getting a message in from somebody regarding this person. Okay, so now let's go into the love reading. Seeing you reminds me of things I know deep down, but that I struggle to deal with. Seeing you reminds me of things I know deep down, but that I struggle to deal with. So, I mean, that could be the devil energy, right? That imbalance. Most people understand their imbalance, but they don't want to see it right away. You show me a stability and security I have never known. So somebody feels very deeply. Sure, now that could be you to them or them to you. The mask has fallen off. And that happens a lot with the devil energy, that I could say. You know, as you're dealing with it, as you try to move it into the reverse. We like the devil much better in the reverse because that means like the shackles are falling off. Things are becoming discussed. You know, things aren't being hidden so much anymore. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting, and want to date. Okay. Hold on. Wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. Girl with a snake. Empath and narcissist paradigm. Being charmed or used. Enable. Boundaries. Oof, man, do we have an uncomfortable mix here right now. Okay, let's just pull them all and then we'll pull it together. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay. Yes. For some of you, I feel like you're trying to like scrub this narcissistic type of energy off your soul by opening yourself up to somebody new. Not that you are trying to replace or anything. You're trying to like move on with your life, and you're meeting somebody who really likes you. There's this new love, stirring romantic feelings. This person, it's going to end up involving some sort of like this soul connection, this everlasting promise. But it's like that empath and narcissist paradigm, that's so difficult to deal with. It really, really is. Even if the person's mask has fallen off and everybody sees everybody for whom what they are, doesn't mean you could change a flippin' thing. That's the problem with that energy. And it's so hard to extricate yourself from. It really, really is. It's what I'm feeling like right now. So be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. I like this a lot. Be in the present and dream in the future. Like dream, be very present in the reality of what's going on and not in what you want, what you think might be possible, what you think they might be capable of, what you think they might be willing to show up as. Like if you find yourself in a space where you're saying, if only they wouldn't blank, if only they wouldn't drink so much, if only they would be home more, if only they would communicate more, if only they were more romantic, if only, you know, that kind of thing. If only they were better with money, if, you know, you have to be careful of that. That's a sign. Be willing to express love to receive love. Express love to receive love. Okay. Four of Swords, Eight of Swords, King of Swords. Look at all this sword energy. Look at all this sword energy. Four of Swords. Retreating, resting, renewing yourself. Right? Just renewing yourself, taking some solitude, thinking about what your next steps are. Eight of Swords is feeling like something is not right for you anymore. Just not right for you. You know, you feel isolated, you feel imprisoned in whatever connection this is, you do. And you feel like your shoes are on the wrong feet, staying in this connection. It doesn't feel right. And the King of Swords is staying very focused in the thoughts of it all. Very focused on the thought, okay? Very intentional in your thought, very strategic thought, not allowing your emotions to wash over you. Second time, I think the second time you got that in this reading overall. Okay, let's... These time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims. It simply allows and gives. I do have to tell you, I have not done this with any of the other signs, but I'm being called to do this. Spirit, I'm going to ask you a yes/no question for Libra. Is Libra meeting somebody new? Yes or no? Is Libra meeting somebody new? Yes or no? Is Libra meeting somebody new? Yes or no? Eight of Coins is a yes. Princess of Swords is a yes. Ten of Coins is a yes. You're meeting somebody new, Libra. I feel like you're working really hard at trying to pull yourself away from an unhealthy, the mask fell off. It's, you know, seeing you reminds me of things I know deep down that I struggle to deal with. Well, you know what? That doesn't mean that they're going to actually look at that stuff. It doesn't mean that, doesn't mean that they're going to look at it. The mask is falling off. You're seeing things. We have the Sun, which is somebody's ego, yours, theirs, whatever, for good or bad, is an issue right now. We have the 5, which is, the house of fun. Fifth house is Leo is the landlord there, ruled by the Sun. This is about romance, new romance, boyfriend, girlfriend kind of connection. It rules sex, it rules children, it rules entrepreneurial activities as well. So you could be like super focused on your own business right now. But this does indicate like romance too, new romance. And then we have Scorpio, which rules sex, right? But it also rules transformation, because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, which is all about transformation. So there's definitely change here. So we have transformation having to do with the 5th house. So there's change. There's change in your romantic life. Absolutely. And the Sun rules the 5th house. So there's going to be a lot of focus on that 5th house energy of romance, love affair. Pluto, transformation. Look at that. Renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power. Yes. Absolutely. Clearing things out, bringing some new positive things to yourself, Libra. This is what I'm seeing. Definitely. You have to be willing to express the love and be in the present and try your best not to like ruminate. Get into that King of Swords energy to not ruminate about anything that didn't work out in the past. Earth element, stability. Very nice. So focusing on what it is that you need to be stable in your life, and not allowing yourself to get distracted from that. Focusing on your money, focusing on healthy connections, focusing on making yourself feel good, doing good positive things for yourself. And this is what I see going on. You're really trying to move yourself away from any of this toxicity. So I do like this for you. So Libra, that is what I have. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.